I was a male artist and sculptor and had no health insurance. Some people said I was thin as a rail when I had my triple bypass surgery in November 2004 after a heart attack. I recovered well from the surgery except for a hernia in my abdominal wall that stuck out so prominently I referred to it as my alien. My doctor refused to repair the hernia as a bypass-related consequence. I didn't have the money to have further surgery, but I knew the hernia was potentially life-threatening. I was finally able to schedule surgery in Toronto, Canada. I didn't make it to the surgery date. I died at the age of 56.
My name is Dee, and I was 12 years old when one day at school I had a bad toothache. My mother had not been able to send me to the dentist because we couldn't afford it. I needed to have my tooth taken out, but I wasn't able to. I had a bad abscess in my mouth, and by the time Saturday came around, they had to rush me to the emergency room, to surgery. By that time, the abscess had spread to my brain. I never made it past the age of 12. This shouldn't have happened in this country.
Okay, everybody, I'm not dead yet, and I don't plan on being dead for a while. However, if I don't have a public option to help me with my insurance costs cost me $13,716 a year. That's $1,176 a month. I'm an individual, I have an individual plan. If I cannot have a public option that's affordable, I can't afford this, folks. I can't afford this. I can't afford this. So I'm here speaking of a personal story. I will join my brethren here representing those who have died because they didn't have insurance, but I don't want to die. Don't let me die. Don't let my fellow people who are in the same predicament as me die. Please, we need a public option. Thank you.
Folks, we're here today for healthcare. We're here today honoring the dead. As you can see, people are dying for a public option. This is foolishness. For a society, for a first world society as we claim to be, it certainly is foolish that we do not take care of our living. We don't even respect our dead. There is no memorial for these people. We are here memorializing the people that are unnecessarily dying. By the time we hit midnight tonight, another 122 people will have died because they do not have access to health care. I am a lucky one. I have health care. But there are so many people that are living in the United States who don't, who are going to bed each night in fear that they don't get sick, that they do not progress, that they don't, their mom, whatever. It's enough is enough. We need to get health care for all Americans. France has it. The United Kingdom has it. All these European countries have it. We do not have it. We're like in the dark ages. Folks, all it takes is making a phone call. Call Senator Gillibrand. Put pressure on Obama. Make this happen. Join our ranks. We're MoveOn.org. We have sign-in sheets going around. We would love to have you be a part of this. Be a part of something important. We are out here today honoring those who have died, taking a stand. Please join us. Get out our cell phones. We're calling Obama's office right now.
Put your cell phones out, guys.
Why not?
We got a cell phone. Get it out. We're going to call Obama.
If you have a cell phone, get it out. Let's give Mr. Obama, President Obama, and the White House a call. We want to let them know that we want the public option. We're dying for a public option. I'm sorry, the number is 202-456-1111. We're on hold with the White House. But we're taking action, damn it. We're taking action. We're not letting these people die in vain. We care. We care. We're out here. We're not turning away from our brothers and sisters, our Americans, who are dying unnecessarily. We need a public option now. Has anyone gotten through? Busy. That's all right. Save it in your phone and call it later. And keep calling it. Because we may forget about this. I may go on later on today, get involved in something else, you know, fix myself some lunch, talk to a friend. But that's not going to stop people from dying. All right, folks. The doctor is going to be coming back up with another prescription.
Hi, my prescription is for health reform. I mentioned that there's thousands of people every day who are permanently injured for lack of health care. I'm going to tell you about someone I met just one day ago at the hospital. He was a 50-year-old gentleman. He'd worked his whole life. His company went out of business a year ago. He had diabetes and high blood pressure. He'd been able to control them when he had access to a physician and access to medications. He lost his insurance, he lost his job, he became homeless. He wasn't able to take care of himself. For the last few months, he'd been having muscle pains, chest pain, barely able to get out of bed. He finally came to the hospital even though he knew he couldn't afford it. At the hospital, we found out his kidneys didn't work anymore. He is going to be on dialysis the rest of his life or need a kidney transplant. This could have been entirely prevented. This gentleman is disabled the rest of his life. He's not going to be able to work anymore. It's unconscionable. We're a rich society. We can afford to do this. We can afford to take care of everyone. These are our family, our friends, our neighbors, our parents, our grandparents, our children, our siblings. They all deserve health care. They deserve to be able to see a doctor when they need to. They deserve not to have to worry about losing their job because then they won't be able to see their doctor and take care of themselves. It's unconscionable. We need to keep working and fighting. I should be able to sit with anyone who comes in and talk to them and decide what's the best thing for them, what's the best thing for their health, and not have in between us that unspoken fear that they won't be able to come back, that they won't be able to afford the medication, that they won't be able to afford to go to whatever other doctor they need to go to. Everybody deserves health care. We need secure, affordable health care for everybody. The best way right now to do this is to get a public option, a strong public option. We need to keep fighting, and I'm going to keep fighting until we get it. And I don't care if it takes years. We're going to keep fighting till we get there, till every single person can see a doctor when they need it and not worry about paying for it or going broke or losing their house.